So hello everyone, I have created a platform for all the DSA learners who are just starting their DSA journey or they are somewhere in the middle of their DSA journey. So if you go on to the Google and write CodeTips.site, you will find this particular platform. So what is this platform all about? What all features does it give you? I'll explain you step by step and in detail. So first of all, whenever someone practices DSA problems, there is always one thing that goes into the mind, that is pattern based problem solving. Everything in DSA revolves around some patterns. If you recognize that pattern, you will be able to solve those problems easily. But what are those patterns? How problems are related on same patterns? So there are many questions related to that. So I have curated a list of DSA questions around 278 problems based on 72 different DSA patterns. So based on those patterns, you can practice a set of problems so that you can get a clear idea of what that pattern teaches you and what kind of problems will be there in those kind of patterns. And with the help of that, you will be able to think, if similar problem comes, you know, okay, this was the pattern that I need to move forward with. So it will help you based on pattern based learning. So let me just walk you through this particular website. So you can see there are total 278 problems divided over 15 topics and 72 different patterns. So if you scroll down here, you will see a DSA problem sheet. So there are 15 different topics for this particular DSA sheet. So if you open any of the particular topic, you will find different patterns for that particular topic. So if you open arrays, you can see there are some fundamental basic questions that you need to practice. Then you move forward with the higher difficulty. Then you come across this prefix sums. So prefix sum is kind of a particular pattern that comes in array. So these are the 5 curated problems that comes under prefix sum. Now these will have same kind of understanding, thought process, approach and all of that. So you will be easily able to understand how prefix sums works, what kinds of problems that covers the prefix sum. So this is how it will follow. So for example, if you open strings, you open palindromes. So these are the set of problems that involves thinking around the palindromes. What is the idea of the palindromes, how palindromes operate and all of that kind of thing that revolve around palindromes. So this is how the pattern based problems are curated in this particular sheet. Now this is not just related to a DSA sheet. If it would be so, I would have just given you an Excel sheet. That would be more than enough for you. But this is more than that. This is more than just a DSA sheet. So what all other features does it carry? So if you go on to any of the problem, let's say you open prefix sums and you see a particular problem. So you can obviously practice that particular problem. So also there is one editorial part which I have written based on this particular problem, which understanding that I have, what all the thought process that I follow to solve this particular problem. So you can see the editorial as well. So let me just show you. So yeah, you can see you first get the intuition. So what is the intuition for this particular problem? Then you approach it. So how do you approach this particular problem? Step by step. What is the next step that you need to follow and all of that. Then you will see the code. So code will, for each and every problem, you will see code in 3 languages, C++, Java and Python. So you can see the C++ code, you can see the Java code and you can see the Python code. Also you will get an analysis of time and space complexity and a proper reasoning for that as well. If a time complexity is difficult to understand, there will be a good enough description to make you understand why this particular code has this particular time complexity or space complexity. So this is how it will be followed. So as you can see, there are total 278 problems. Out of those 278 problems, I have already written 100 editorials out of them. So starting from the basic part up till around sliding window, these 100 editorials are already published, and daily 5 to 10 editorials I'll already upload from now. So you will get all the 278 problems editorial in around 1 to 2 weeks. But for now 100 editorials are already been published. Now apart from these features, there is also another feature of profile review. So if you go on to this get my free profile review, so this entire website, let me clear you, this is free of cost, nothing will charge you anything, everything you do, everything you ask for is free of cost. So this is a free profile review for your LeetCode. So you just need to send your email, you just need to write your email ID, you just need to give your LeetCode URL or your LeetCode profile URL, and if you have some additional note that you want us to know, and then you just need to submit it. So within 2 to 3 days I will personally review your LeetCode profile and give you a detailed PDF of the feedback on based on your profile, what all improvements are needed, what all things that you are doing great, what strategies you need to follow, and all of that I will personally review and give a detailed analysis based on one PDF report. So this is one profile review feature that this particular website also has. Now who am I to tell you what to do and what not to do? So I have been practicing DSA for past 3 to 4 years and I have solved more than 1200 problems alone on LeetCode. Also I have been rated more than 2000 plus on LeetCode, and I have been consistently solving LeetCode problems from past 300 to 400 days as well. So with that I think I have a good amount of experience by which I can guide you what are the things that you need to take care in this particular DSA journey. So this was about this profile review part. Now what all other features does this platform give you? Now the other features that I am going to tell you, the features that I told you now does not even require sign in also. You can just visit this website, you can just view the editorial, you can just see the editorial, copy code, you can just do anything, you can just give your profile for the review. This all features does not require sign in process as well, but the features that I will tell you now will require a sign in process just to keep track of your progress. So for example, if you open this particular pattern which is loops, so you can see there is one discuss section. So if you want to discuss something in this question with the community, you just need to sign in. For this particular feature you need to do a registration to our website, and then you will be eligible to participate in the discussion. Although you will be still, if you do not even register, you will still be able to see the discussion, but to participate in the discussion you need to sign in. Apart from that, there is one more thing. If you see there is one mark for revision. So if you need to mark a particular question for revision, or if you need to mark this question as a complete, that you have solved this problem, so you will mark it as complete. So for these two processes you need to sign in to this particular website. Now why you need to sign in, let me show you. Now why sign in is required for this process? So for example, I just signed in into this particular website, so you can see the detailed analysis of progress. So what all questions you have solved, you can just mark it. You can also mark this particular question for revision. You can also involve in particular discussion. So let's say I write something here, so you can involve, you can participate in the discussion. So to keep track of your activity or to keep track of your progress, the problem solvings that you have done, what all questions that you have done, in your profile you can see the full statistics. So based on the easy difficulty, based on the medium difficulty, based on the hard difficulty, based on total topics that you have formed from a particular topic, how many problems that you have solved, all of these, what are the questions that you have marked for revision. So to keep track of all these things, that is the only reason you need to sign in. Otherwise for the rest of the features, that like viewing the editorial, copying the code, or let's say for giving your profile for review, you do not require sign in. For these features only, to keep track of your progress report, you need to sign in, and also to join the discussion. So yeah, this was it about my platform. So I hope you will learn it and enjoy it. Thank you.